name is Oshi Nagy and I am an operations consultant, and I'm sitting down with Reggie Batts. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Reggie is an international speaker, speaks around the world, and he is an entrepreneur, and he's also a business strategist.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a few questions
Absolutely.
around business, and the first one would be that you always talk about keeping the momentum. And it's really important that when you are in business and doing business, you keep up the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our viewers are so interested in how you do that. What can you do to keep up the momentum?
Right.
Yeah, day to day.
I think, there's different things that you can do. I'm a very big manager of my mindset. I'm very aware of what I'm doing every single day. So every night before I go to bed, I have a plan of what my day is going to look like the next day to really keep the momentum going. I also have a list of, I have my goals set every year, every quarter, every month, every week. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. So you keep the momentum is sustained by focus. The more laser focused you are in life or business, the more momentum you're going to have. And I'm very, very focused. And that's something that I work with my coach with as well, because I was all over the place and I was doing different things, but now I'm laser focused on just a few things. And once I get those mastered, I can move on and do something else. So focus comes from having a clear vision of what it is you want to do, and then having a plan to really execute it. And then you have to measure it to make sure that you're staying on track in case you need to make some changes to get back on track. And that's how I do it. And I know it sounds really easy. At first it's not, because you have to really have the discipline to do that. But momentum comes from focus.
Do you think that someone can do it on its own, on their own?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you actually think that you do need to have an accountability buddy, a coach, for example,
right,
in order to keep up?
Well, I have a coach who keeps me very focused on what I need to do. He's very, very good. And no, I don't think you can do it by yourself. I think we all have certain capacities, and we have to, in order to grow, we have to put ourselves in a situation where we're very uncomfortable. So some people are uncomfortable, maybe working with a coach who's far more successful than they are. I spend a lot of my time aligning myself with people who are very, very successful. And because at first that made me very uncomfortable, right? But the more you spend time with successful people, the more successful you're going to be. If I watch a door open and close over and over again, well, guess what? Sooner or later, I'm going to learn how to open and close that door. So, who you align yourself with is ultimately who you become.
I see. Could you give us 3 quick tips that
Yes.
our viewers can implement straight into their business,
Yes,
in order to keep up their momentums?
right. Well, first of all, have a plan. You need to have a plan of action of exactly what you're going to do. It's January 2017 now, and I started setting my goals in October, because in 2016 I was so far ahead of my goals. I have my business goals, my health goals, I just have goals surrounding all areas of my life. And I was on track. I did it early, so I started planning early for 2017. So I had that momentum going in to the year. Most people start their goals January 1st, whereas I'm already on track, and we're not even, we're basically halfway through January.
Absolutely.
So know exactly what you're going to do, have a vision, make sure that you are working with someone who is holding you accountable, not someone who's going to let you off the hook, but someone who's really pushing you to hold you accountable and not letting you off the hook, so you can do the things that you want to do. You want to align yourself with people who are doing the things that you're doing, and people who are really pushing you, and people who are inspiring you to do the things that you must do. And also, before you go to bed every night, you should have a clear plan of what you're going to do the next day, whether it's communications, whether it's email, whether it's phone calls, whether it's meetings, whether it's focusing on your marketing, or focusing on your branding, or focusing on your sales processes. You want to make sure that your entire day is planned in like 30-minute increments. So I have a certain time of the day. If I know I have to make 10 calls, or if I have to connect with 10 people, I have that scheduled, right? So that when I'm doing it, I'm totally focused, and I don't have anything else going on around it. And I do that religiously.
I see. Right, great tips. You, as I mentioned, Reggie travels around the world,
And we're in London today.
Yeah, London.
And I live in Los Angeles. So.
Yes. But I suppose you probably know that I'm always talking about systems, and
Right.
you have to have different systems in
Right.
your life in order to things work.
Right.
What systems do you have, or what do you use in order to manage all these traveling, all the speaking events you have, the different coaching sessions you do? It must be crazy for an outsider, let alone someone who is in.
It's actually, at first it seems like it's cumbersome because you have so many things that you're doing and you have to allocate some of your time doing one thing or another. I think the key is you have to have a really good assistant. If you don't have an assistant, then you need to figure out what system works for you, because it doesn't have. Now, if we're talking about systems in business, that's one thing, but I'm talking about having a system where you can manage everything that's happening in your life, in your business, your health, your relationships, everything. And I have a simple system where, everything that I have going on, I have a weekly at a glance look at everything that I'm doing, where I am, making sure I'm on, I'm on goals, and I'm meeting my goals financially and all of that. And I just have a little report that I look at every single month. Now, I don't create that report. I mean, I have people, doing things for me because I'm not really a systems guy. I'm very right-brained. I'm all over the place. I lack focus. So, I tell people who are right-brainers who are lacking focus, we have to, if we don't do it ourselves, it still must be done. So we have to leverage it to other people. So I'm very good at leveraging my time. I'm very good at leveraging systems and things that I have to do with that respect. So I'm not really a systems person. It must be done, and you have to leverage it to someone else. I'm not big on accounting, but I must know my numbers.
Absolutely.
Right? So I have a report that says exactly where I am, and it's very detailed, but it's just a one-pager, again, because I want something very, very simple. I think if we try to complicate things, or if we try to overthink things, that's where I think that's where we fail, because you just have to do it, as opposed to overthinking it.
Sure. Reggie, thank you very much. I think there were some great tips here.
Yes, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.